Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Tammy Morey.
And I'm Lisa Van Sice. Valerie Hurst has the night off. After hours of scouring the streets of Yakima, police caught the suspect they believe shot a 15-year-old boy last night.
Police were able to arrest and question several people involved in the shooting. They determined 20-year-old David Infante was the suspect in the shooting. Officers found him around 11 last night, staying at the Yakima Inn. The Yakima Inn manager told us he had no idea he was renting a room out to a possible killer. He said Infante was there with his wife and child. Infante is booked at the Yakima County Jail and charged with first-degree murder, accused of shooting a boy in the chest. Police believe this shooting is gang-related. The 15-year-old boy was found lying in the street on the corner of South 7th and Arlington Street.
And right here, close to where we're standing, he ran a short distance away and collapsed, and he was treated there by medical personnel.
The young boy's grandma arrived to the scene and was told the boy might not make it. He was transported to Yakima Regional and died shortly after. This was the 11th homicide in the city of Yakima in 2005. There were just 4 the year before.
It's a busy day of 2006 for police in the Tri-Cities, starting with 3 bomb threats in less than 12 hours. 2 Walmart stores in Kennewick and Richland were evacuated last night after bomb threats were called into both. Then at 8 this morning, another bomb threat was called into the Richland Walmart.
Employees were evacuated, and in conjunction with the Verizon Security Center, we're coming up with leads, and we'll be following those this next week.
Police say this is the 6th bomb threat called into that Richland Walmart in the last few weeks. A former employee was charged with making one of those threats last week.
And in Kennewick, Walmart played a part to help solve a home invasion. Plus, police in the Tri-Cities are trying to figure out if they have a murder on their hands. Weekend Edition's William Pitts has been following 2 major stories from Kennewick today.
It's not the ideal way to start off 2006. Kennewick police are investigating 2 major cases tonight, one involving a kidnapping and ransom, the other a body found outside a local hospital. Police say a quick-thinking Kennewick woman dialed 911 when 2 men forced their way inside the apartment on Columbia Drive in Kennewick. She then hid the phone so police could trace the call. Police say the 2 suspects kidnapped the woman and another man and forced her to drive to the Kennewick Walmart. The 2 allegedly wanted the woman to withdraw money in exchange for letting both victims go. The woman began yelling for Walmart employees to call the police. When they did, the suspect took off.
He fled and went directly south over a wall into Canyon Lakes. And we spent close to 3 hours with canines checking the area, and we know he was working his way through the brush around Canyon Lakes there, and he may have made it out literally into the desert south of town.
Police did arrest the other suspect in this case. He, however, has refused to identify himself. Police are still looking for that second suspect. He's described as an Hispanic male in his 20s with a stocky build and a pierced eyebrow. He was wearing a black and white flannel jacket. Also this morning, police were called to Kennewick General Hospital when a doctor arriving for work saw a van that had been parked there for about a week. When employees went to investigate, they found the driver dead.
We called our detectives out. They have since removed the body from the vehicle. We have not positively identified who this is at this time.
An autopsy to identify that body has been scheduled for Monday. If you have any information on either of these cases, call Kennewick Police. For Weekend Edition, I'm William Pitts.
A Lower Valley man is dead after crashing into a fence and power pole. It happened just before midnight last night. Police say Thomas Mary of Sunnyside was driving at high speeds. He was heading down Outlook Road, crossed oncoming traffic, and went off the road. The 21-year-old flew out of the car and died at the scene. It is unknown whether alcohol was a factor. And the Washington State Patrol spent New Year's beefing up patrols, and it looks like, for the most part, drivers used common sense last night. The WSP is reporting 1 DUI in the